good to say it. Once we get the finalization and we launch the fund model, for me, there's going to be a celebration in being able to finish this story and where we're going. And guys, our excitement is high. The team has been working so diligently behind the scenes to resolve all of the situation that we're in right now. And we're just excited to be here today to share some updates with you guys that we are able to share. We had a lot of people in the community that said, man, we missed Dr. Anna. We missed Dr. Anna. And so Dr. Anna, thank you for being with us today. We know that a lot is happening in Israel right now. And we know that a lot is happening with your team as well. And thank you for joining us this morning. We also have Daniil with us today as well, one of our attorneys. And so Daniil, we'll bring you on in a little while as well. So let's start the call out today with Dr. Anna, and we'll send it over to her. A couple of things we want to say before turning it over to Dr. Anna. Because a lot of people have been emailing and reaching out to Endotech going, hey, where's our funds? And, what's happening with the broker and the liquidity provider? And we just want to be very clear, as we always have, that Endotech and our partnership with Endotech is a SaaS agreement, a software as a service agreement. Endotech managed trading with the crypto AI. They implemented their forex AI, but we operated and we chose the brokers that we use, the liquidity provider. That was all handled on our end. And so the Endotech does not have any connection at all to the situation we're in right now with the funds that are being held in liquidity. That is not their responsibility, nor is it their something that they have any information on besides what we are sharing with you. So we ask that, as a community, that you not reach out to Endotech concerning these issues. We crowdfunded Endotech to develop the AI that is being developed. We have some great news today to share as the development continues. Nothing has changed with that roadmap. The roadmap and the vision of Endotech
pedig folytatjuk a részvényeknek a dolgait. Semmi nem változott a tervükben, az Endotechnek a terve.
One of the translators off there, that was Hungarian, I believe, right? Okay.
Yeah, we could hear Hungarian on the main channel.
Okay. The development of the AI, the company's vision to go public, all of those things are still in motion, still taking place. Guys, sometimes when you do what has never been done before, the timing of that accomplishment takes longer than expected. Challenges that arise, you don't know, you can't predict what those are going to be. And Dr. Anna and her team just continue to move forward. And we've been on the phone with Dr. Anna on a regular basis, getting the updates, and we're very glad to have her here with us today. So, guys, we celebrate what Endotech is doing, the vision that Dr. Anna has, and we support whatever the journey is, whatever the process is. The great news is when they achieve the final result that they are going for, and we go live with our fund model, we're going to be able to utilize and implement that AI, not just in the crypto side, but also in the forex side. And it's going to be a part of our portfolio in the future as well. And so, Dr. Anna, thank you for being with us here today, and we'll throw the call over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Jeremy. And it's exciting for me also to come back. I'm a little bit rusty today, so forgive my voice. Nothing has to do with Israeli situation, just my personal small illness. So what I wanted to say is, yes, I would like to reiterate again that Endotech and me being a CEO of Endotech is a SaaS software development company. We have been set to develop very ambitious idea of creating algo trading based on true AI technology and holistic approach to market prediction. And the project of crowdfunding was really one that helped us to put this idea into action. And to explain the history, the idea of market prediction based on super intelligent technology was called DAISY, and crowdfunding project was called DAISY. And during this stage, We developed infrastructure and we made POC, proof of concept of this idea. So it was based on idea of holistic market approach, market prediction approach, and we proved that by using price action module with very minimalistic fundamental analysis, we would be able to reach exceptional results. And that's exactly what happened. And right now, I would just like to show you some screens of this huge infrastructure that we created. We're talking here about literally thousands of different elements and AI modules working together and analyzing the market. And again, it's built from two main things. One is about how people view the market, how they talk about the market, how they think about the market from fundamental perspective, and second, from technical, from charts perspective. So during the initial crowd-phasing project, we completed the POC, proof of concept, that when you create holistic approach, when you look at all the elements, AI is able to help you to figure out the market situation. So let me just share the screen for a moment. And I'll show you here. So this is the AI modules that we're using. And you can see that number of categories of different elements.
Dr. Anna, we're still not seeing your screen. Well, I'm not seeing your screen.
Oh, okay, sorry. Apologize.
Yeah, okay, now we see.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Okay, so what you can see, this is our main module for market prediction, and it has different elements. And when we're looking at the strategies is based on literally thousands of different elements of expert market states, different time frames, and so on and so on. And when we're talking about some simple decision of whether to buy and sell it based on market prediction, in market prediction itself, it's based on hundreds and thousands of different elements that coming together in order to understand what is the current context, what is the current situation on the market, and whether we should do something or not. And when we ended the phase, we had this type of algorithms. Just want to point you to the elements of Sharpe ratio of 3.66, the profit loss of 80, and we were happy with the result, and we said, yes, this is what we're looking for. During additional half a year, we reached already 87% of accuracy. Again, we're happy with the result. Sharpe ratio of 5. If you look at the chart and the result, the performance, it looks like what else do you need to, why we are proceeding with this phase, why we're doing what we're doing. And my answer is, just imagine ChatGPT. And ChatGPT would say, listen, we proved the idea. The idea is working. If you put all this information, you can create curators, you do this, you do that, you will be able to use it for multiple purposes. But instead of reading the information for 100% of the sources, they would read from 50. And then what would happen to you is sometimes you would get into the ChatGPT and you could not trust it because you know that the information that you're expecting, this 50% of additional information, is not coming. So this is exactly what's happening to us with this project. The first part was to put in 50% of the information from the technical analysis and a little bit of fundamental. Now we're working on the second phase of putting all fundamental analysis in order for us to have market prediction based on both angles, because you have lots of investors and lots of traders that use fundamental analysis, their primary tool, okay? So let me show you example of what we do with fundamental analysis. So first of all, we need to read all the news, okay? Of course, you need to understand how people think about the market, what they do with the market. Whenever some whale placed in order, you can see it from multiple angles. You can see it from the blockchain. You can see it from moving of funds. You have different websites, but you also can read it in the news. And it gives you the understanding of how other people react to this and what will happen as a reaction to this condition. But the next phase is, so first of all, this phase is pretty complicated because you need to read all this news, and not as a person, but as a machine, you need to categorize it and to understand to what type of topic, what type of theme it can be tagged to. So we're working with 2 additional teams that are specializing in this AI elements and to tag and classify. it's pretty much we're using it already in our sentiment. But in our sentiment, you're taking all these different stimulus. We're talking about literally, let's say, 10 categories, within each 10 of the categories, another 10 categories, and some of them relevant, some of them not relevant. Just think about this, like the basic ones, like interest rate, employment, geopolitical events, wealth manipulation. But within each of them, there's so much details that you need to put into model in order to understand how it will affect Bitcoin, how it will affect other markets. And our approach is not to be focused on cryptocurrency. Our approach is, again, as we're looking at the model of ChatGPT, is to say, cryptocurrency is just part of other asset classes. It's part of other market opportunities and abilities for the traders to invest and investors to invest. So we are literally looking at all market space and at all different political and economic events and creating market prediction for each SIM separately. And then we're looking at all markets and we're seeing the movement of funds between these markets. And that's what makes the missing link for us that we're working on. So from one side, it's extremely exciting because, you know, we are finding different companies and doing part of the job. We're trying to cooperate with some, but nobody is trying to look at this as, you know, holistic approach and try to put everything into action. And again, we are not a theoretical company, we are business, you know. So what we do is every time we find some missing part of the puzzle, we put it in, we test it on live algorithms, and we see how it's working. So again, it's not a theoretical play of let's prove to the world that market prediction is possible. It's more of, listen, guys, this part of the information is not put in correctly. Why? Or this part of information was missing, or this part of the news was missing. So as Jeremy correctly said, it's immense task, but is not as big as not possible. So without timelines, I can still say that we have hopes for it to be ended fairly soon. And once it's done, you know, given that we get some decent track record, you know, the doors are open for any ideas and, you know, going public, doing other steps, everything is open. We're also functioning as a business. We have clients, we have institutional and retail, and but the main focus is still remaining on the development and completion of the project. So again, thank you for funding the initial phase. It was amazing to be together and to see how technology that we created shows the results. And again, now it's a new, very exciting phase of being able to show the market prediction. And every time it's right, it's exciting. Every time it's wrong, it gives us opportunity to look deeper and to figure out why. But it's very, very exciting to see technology doing these things. So thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, guys. And thank you, DAISY team.
Thank you, Dr. Anna. And every time I see what you guys are doing, it's so exciting. Great things are worth great challenges, and great results require a great journey. And it's been a great journey these last 3.5 years in this process of development. And we're nearing the finish line, and it's going to be exciting. And we get asked a lot of times, you know, from the community, you know, what's the process for Endotech going public and these types of things. And guys, this is phase one. This is step one, right? Step one is let's complete so that we have a amazing product that's proven, that's live in the open marketplace. This is also where the fund model will come in. It will be a live institutional fund that is able to reflect results and share those results as we prepare for either institutional partnerships with Endotech or taking Endotech public. Both of those are great scenarios for the future of this project, but this is a long-term project, guys. We anchored ourselves into the foundation of a long-term project, and Dr. Anna, your relentless commitment to the vision, navigating many challenges along the way, and continuing to be dedicated to this process. We thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. Glad everybody is safe, and we know that some great things are coming. So thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Edward, Ilya, it's just exciting every time I'm having flashbacks of all of the presentations at the events and the webinars and the journey along the way with Dr. Anna and Endotech. But it is exciting to see things unfolding.
Yeah, I remember about 4 years ago, not about exactly 4 years ago, we were preparing to launch. We had dates to launch, and we did not launch in that day, and then moved to another day, and then moved to another. And here we are. Now 4 years later. Without this project's going to take a lot. Like I personally thought it's going to take a couple of years. Way underestimate how complicated and how big this project is. But we're gonna make this very big success story.
Yeah, that's for sure. Jeremy, when you said that we started 3.5 years, I kind of like also thought like Edward, we started 4 years already, right? 4 years ago we start. But yes, we started funding the project a little bit more than 3.5 years ago, right? So when we launched in January. Soon it's going to be 4 years since we started. Time goes really fast. And it turned out to be much more complicated than we thought at the beginning, right? Because we initially put in the roadmap also that, the plan was a couple years, but took us like 3 years for crowdfunding. And then it's still not complete, right? But we know we're going to get to the finish line. And it was so good to see Dr. Anna, finally, so many people ask for this call, just wanted to see Dr. Anna, just like at the very beginning when we launched this, people didn't believe that Dr. Anna was the real person. So it's the same now, right? So Dr. Anna, thanks again for joining us and giving this update. I think it's like really very precious for our community.
Awesome. All right, let's bring Daniil on. Daniil, if you want to turn your camera on there, I believe he's with us. Daniil is gets the best dressed award for the day. Good to see you, man. And we got some great updates for you guys as well on the registration and licensing of the fund and the brokerage, and we'll talk more about that. But guys, as you know, this is a big part of our roadmap, and being able to launch the fund model to be able to move into that institutional environment, and after the situation that we're going through right now, really be able to develop and establish direct relationships with the liquidity providers as well, and make sure that we are never in this situation again. This is top priority to us right now. So Daniil, it's been I guess over 18 months now, Daniil, that we've been in this process now, and it feels really good to know that any day now we will have the official license and registration completed. So hey, we'll throw it over to you, man, to give us some updates.
Well, how you want to do it? So me just talking, or you want to do it in a more like a Q&A format now?
Well, it's up to you, I guess. I guess let's start with give us some updates on I guess the two things to start out with, just so we can kind of back up and have some clarity. What is it that we are getting? What will it allow us to do on the license? I know there's multiple licenses that we are securing, and what is the timeline then of those being officially completed, and then what are our next steps after that? Once we have the licenses, what are our next steps after that to get prepared to move forward?
Well, I start from the last part. As usual, one thing is what you plan, and the other thing is what's actually going on. So that's why the next steps are intertwining now with the KYC and licensing, because ideally I had in mind that it will be step by step, but now due to the fact that it went, let's call it, a bit over the schedule, that's why we need to probably make some adjustments. But I will remind that the licensing is basically a broker-dealer license, which allows not only the trading, but it also allows the asset management. And that's why you like to call it a fund-like license. Well, actually, it is a broker-dealer license with the right of asset management. Yeah. So and yeah, that will be the main entity holding the funds and operating with liquidity providers and with the softwares of trading, etc. Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, I checked my calendar the last time I was on the call. I think it was the end of May or beginning of June. So it's not something super interesting, yeah, but actually it goes back and forth with the regulatory body. So we've been doing these rounds now, 4 rounds, and the questions are getting the narrower and the narrower. And you estimate a couple of days because we passed the last round of questions a couple of weeks ago, and from there it was we haven't received any more questions, so our hopes are high. But also I did some background check. Why is it that it takes a long time? And it turned out that this broker dealer industry is really also getting fully licensed, meaning that they do not like unlicensed entities. And the jurisdictions where we are applying are with a great value. And so there are a lot of companies in line waiting for a license, and they're just overwhelmed with the workload. So, but yeah, I like, as you, I'm also like hoping to hear news any day now. And if initially they issued like pre-license, meaning that you got the pre-license, then you had to show your operating capability, and then you got the final license. Then now they switched it. Basically, they're already issuing a license. It has the requirements like open bank accounts, have liquidity, etc., etc. And so as soon as we have license, we can finalize onboarding on all of those service providers. And then basically this entity is up and running and ready.
Awesome. Well, that's good. And that ties into the KYC process too. I know that you have been working with the KYC company, the software company, and one of the people, why are we waiting on the KYC to go live? The biggest reason for that, guys, is we are allowing people with multiple wallets to be able to KYC and integrate multiple accounts into a singular account in preparation for the fund model, so that you can come in as one user with one account, and all of your multiple accounts, multiple wallets will be KYC'd into that singular account. And that just makes it easier for the administration side and puts us in a legal structure for the fund model as well. So because of that, it's a unique situation. The KYC company, first of all, had to custom build the software in order to accommodate what we needed it to do, and custom build that software to be able to interact with the blockchain, to be able to interact with the wallets, the wallet addresses, and talk back to the blockchain. And so that process has been completed on the KYC software side. Now it's been handed over to our team, and our team is working on their end to complete the integration, and not just the integration, but also the custom code needed on our end to now accomplish the same goal, to be able to take people that have multiple accounts and say these 7 different accounts, for example, belong to one person and are ultimately accessible through a single wallet. So it's a process, but we expect that we are a couple weeks or so away from being able to go live with that. It's a top priority now that is back in the hands as of this weekend with our team, and they are completing that process. So the KYC is a very important part of the process for everyone. This is for the equity and Endotech. This is for the exit wallets. This is for those that continue to remain active and are participating in the fund model as we move forward. That's all connected to the KYC. So please be on standby. We'll make announcements in the official channel once the KYC is live, and you will be able to KYC multiple wallets. You'll be able to come in and KYC multiple wallets, connecting them to a single KYC, and we'll be making announcements on that. So, Daniil, any other news? Or anything else you want to share?
Maybe on the KYC. So yeah, as Jeremy told, that the more detailed instruction will follow a couple of days before we start. But I will maybe emphasize on the fact that we are not allowing multiple wallets, but we're actually demanding, I would say. So basically, each and every member will have a KYC case. So he or she will have to add all the wallets to this KYC case. And during this case, all of those wallets will be consolidated under one person. So if you're entering the KYC process as a 7 wallet holder, then you're exiting this process as a one person who is linked to the new structure. And that's actually the hard part of the building the KYC, because yeah, we can just run everybody by the KYC, but we then won't know that they actually are the holders of the wallets. So that's why the system is built that during the KYC process, a person will prove on the blockchain that he is actually holding the wallet, that he has the access to this wallet. And on the outer end, yeah, he will be basically one wallet, one person, and it will make life a lot easier in the new structure.
Awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you being on the call with us today. Thanks for all the work that you're doing, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
All right, let's move on. And guys, obviously the biggest question everyone is asking and wanting to know is, hey, are there any updates on the situation with the brokerage and the liquidity provider? And again, as always, the details of this, we're not able to share the details. Obviously, guys, it's a very sensitive situation, and we have a team of people that have been working diligently to get to the bottom of it. We got what is potentially some good news this week. We're waiting for some updates that'll be coming that we've been waiting for. And so things are moving. Things are moving in what looks like the right direction. We don't want to make any time frame promises or anything like that. Just know that this is the top priority for us, is to, first of all, take care of the exit wallets, and then transition the liquidity into the fund model where we have control over that liquidity from this point moving forward. And so we're working diligently to do that. We're talking about a large amount, guys. We're not talking about a small amount of funds. We're talking about a very large set of transactions. One question that we've been asked by a lot of people is, hey, I'm a part of the exit wallets. Why can't we just put funds back into trading while we're waiting on the exits? Well, the reason is we have already initiated that withdrawal. We've already withdrawn those funds out of trading, and we've moved them into the process of withdrawal. And so if we were to cancel that withdrawal process and put those funds back in trading, it would only further delay all of the work that we've been doing to get those funds released. And so that's the reason why. That being said, we do have a great announcement to make today for the exit wallets. This was recommended by the leaders and something we're excited to do. For the exit wallets, we are going to reduce the performance fee from 30% to 20%. And so the performance fee, it'll still pay the 15% out in the rewards plan. Nothing changes there, but that performance fee will be reduced from 30% to 20% for all of the exit wallets. And moving forward in the fund model, the performance fee will continue to be 20% instead of 30% moving forward. So those are, some updates that I think are good news for everybody. And of course, we're going to keep everybody posted. What's really important is that we have all of this infrastructure in place. what's really important is that when the KYC goes live, everybody moves quickly to complete that KYC, and this will make the entire process smoother moving forward and offset any other future potential. So, Edward, Ilya, any other thoughts that I left out there?
Well, there's a lot of good stuff that we cannot talk yet, but other than that, you covered, I think, pretty much everything.
Yes.
Awesome. We put a little slide together just to review the announcements. Let me pull that up real quick as let's just review what we went over here today. So again, first of all, just on Endotech, guys, the mission never changes. Endotech is working diligently to bring a final version of the D.ai.sy to the market, and continues to complete the development and continues to prepare to take the company public after proving the final version of the AI in the open markets. Endotech has no role in the current situation with the broker and the liquidity providers. Endotech is a SaaS company that provided its AI system to the crowdfunding members of DAISY. And so it was great to hear from Dr. Anna today, and we look forward to some further great news as we move into the fund model. The fund and the broker's license, the ultimate roadmap for DAISY is to launch our fully licensed and registered fund and operate as our own brokerage in direct relationship with the liquidity providers. This has been an 18-month process, and we expect the final license to be officially registered any day now. Once completed, we will begin to set up the banking relationships, the liquidity partner relationships, and prepare to launch the long-awaited fund model. The KYC required custom development in order to allow those with multiple wallets to be able to migrate to a single account. The development is completed, and now the KYC software is being implemented into the back office and coded for wallet migration. Within the next few weeks, the KYC for all DAISY members will go live. This applies to exit wallets as well as active members. And for those that are in the category of exit wallets, due to the unexpected delays in the exit wallets, we're going to reduce the performance fees from 30% to 20%. While we cannot share details at this time, we've made progress with the liquidity providers and are working on multiple solutions to be able to receive the requested funds from the brokerage as quickly as possible. The current situation is beyond our control, but the team is working diligently to solve the situation and position us to move forward with the fund model. So, Edward, you've always maintained such a powerful mindset through all of the challenges that we've gone through over these last 4 years. You really have some strong philosophies and principles that guide your life and guide your thinking when it comes to facing challenges and having the right mindset during those challenges. I think, this is a great opportunity. The community, certainly we know there's been disappointment, there's been frustration, there's been questions that people have had along the way. But I'll tell you this, the leaders in the community have been so strong, so powerful to continue to just stand and manage and navigate, right, the challenges. For the most part, the community has been incredibly positive and incredibly standing strong with us. Obviously, guys, there's no one that carries more weight on their shoulders in these challenges than we do, right? There's a lot of responsibility and a lot of expectations that we are responsible for. And so this situation is the biggest challenge that we've ever been through as well. And as a community, we just continue to move forward. As leaders, we ask you to continue to lead forward and with that right mindset. So, Edward, I'm gonna throw it over to you, man, just to share, a little bit with the community from your heart as to where we are, where we're going, and the right mindset to hold on to as we go through these challenges.
Yeah, Jeremy, on anything, any business or life, anything, there's always challenges. And without challenges, there's no achievement, right? So in order to achieve something big, we have to go through those challenges. And I think yesterday or a few days back, I was talking to you, Jeremy, and I think the three of us, and we were talking about this challenge once because we know what's going on, right? We looking at the finish line and thinking, okay, finally we're about to accomplish this, right? Go through this challenge and thinking we're so excited. And I go like, are you guys ready for the next challenge? Because there's got to be a next challenge after we accomplish this. There's going to be next, and potentially it's going to be bigger. So until we're ready for the bigger challenge, we cannot go through this challenge. It's just a more like a philosophy. This is how I look when I see the challenge. I know there's something bigger up front of it, right? Obviously, there's unnecessary challenges. There's some like really bad mistakes you can make, and we made mistakes, right? But when the challenge comes like what we going through today, I wouldn't, like, honestly, I would not call a mistake. There's a different situations, right? And I'm looking at this. I mean, I eat, I sleep, I breathe, everything. Like this is the biggest focus. And I know three of us, this is our biggest focus. We have some other projects that we launch, but this is our biggest focus to solve this. So until it's solved, we cannot move 100% on something else. And I feel like, and I know the whole community is looking at this way too. And because we're staying in connection, we're talking to people and they go like, well, once this is solved, we go, but there's a really big, it's for a lot of people, it's hard, right? To be able to not only focus on the biggest problem to solve, but also to be able to continue and live and build something else. You can't just get sidetracked from one challenge and live around this challenge. Even though it's the biggest and you have to put the focus and do everything right, you still have to build your other life. And we're talking about this, what we're doing, right? You can't just stop everything and only focus this. That's how people fail. That's how that's how if this is the mindset we would deep, all of us, not three of us, we would be all in deep problem. But we're not there. We're on the bright side. We, like when you go through the tunnel and you see the light, and then it's like right here, the light is just about to exit, right? That's how I know where we're at. And yeah, this is what I would say.
I love it. No, it's so true, Edward. When we if we let a challenge paralyze us, then we're letting the challenge win, right? If we let the challenge define us, we let the challenge win. If we let the challenge dictate our truths, our belief, our energy, we let the challenge win, right? The whole journey is to have authority over the challenge. It's to have power over the challenge. It's to be able to, look at the mountains that we face and tell those mountains to move those mountains. And this is a powerful part. It strengthens your internal muscles, your faith muscles, your positive energy muscles, the discipline of all of those things that are involved. And so we know that, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right? And this is simply, pain is a necessary gift that nobody wants. And I remember hearing that quote many years ago, that pain is a necessary gift. It means you need it. You have to go through challenges in order to grow. It's necessary. Nobody wants it. We never would have chosen these challenges. But when life gives you the challenges, you have to accept and understand that this is necessary. It's a necessary part of the journey to make us stronger and to prepare us for much, much bigger things. I can tell you that the lessons we've learned in this journey, and we've certainly learned lessons in this journey, the lessons that we've learned in this journey have prepared us for what is coming next, and have really prepared us to do much bigger things together and take this whole project to a whole new level. So it's powerful. Ilya, any closing thoughts today?
Yeah, Jeremy, I remember, I think it was in Africa when you spoke about disappointment leading to appointment, right? So maybe you can also repeat that one, because I really liked it. It's so sweet in English. It kind of like correlates with what just Edward said and yourself also, because now like maybe the whole community, many people in community, right? So feel very disappointed with the situation we are facing now. But I kind of like what Edward says, because there is something that we cannot control, and we cannot spend our energy on something that is out of our control, right? Because it's going to be waste of energy, right? Rather than that, we should focus on something that we can control, which of course might be, different business, communicating with new people, staying positive and stuff, right? Because you cannot allow yourself your energy to be to be wasted on something that is out of your. And 100% this principle applies not only to business, but also to, life, anything, family, friends, friendship, anything in this life. But Jeremy, again, it might be difficult to translate from English into other languages, but the way it sounds in English, maybe you can just,
How do you say that disappointment leads to appointment, or what were you
yes,
saying?
Jeremy, if you can repeat this, because I think this could be a very powerful slogan, for our community, because I think this was very strong.
Next shorts is gonna be like this.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, there was two things that, one, we have to learn how to discipline our disappointments, right? And so when we have disappointments, we have to discipline those disappointments. We have to stay in control even when the disappointments happen. And when you do that, your disappointments become appointments. And think about that a second. A disappointment becomes an appointment. That means what looks like a bad thing is actually turned into a good thing. What looks like an obstacle actually makes you stronger. It actually leads to greater things. So I can tell you this, just, Edward and I meeting and becoming friends is a testament to that. It was in a project that was one of the biggest disappointments that I've ever had at that point. This was years ago, but at that point in my life. But that disappointment led to an appointment, and that appointment was Edward and I meeting, becoming friends, and eventually becoming partners. And so you never know what is happening behind the scenes. And sometimes the biggest challenges in life happen for the biggest reasons, the most important reasons. And so when you discipline your disappointments become an appointment for something even greater. And so I do believe and know in my heart that that's exactly what's happening with the DAISY project and the DAISY community. So appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We'll be making announcements in real time as we get the next steps and the next updates, and send great energy out there, send great vibes out there, because we've got things moving on our side, and we'll be making some new announcements as quickly as possible. So thanks everybody for being on the call today, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye guys.